thought 2015 was a very good year for me, good season. Um, this is one of the times when I elected to focus just on Chutney-Soca. Normally I would, dabble with some soca and some calypso at the same time, but given the competition the way it was this year with two categories, a traditional category and the Chutney-Soca category, I decided to spend a little more time on the two songs and the two competitions in a bid to win both. And teamed up with Ravi B. Teaming up with Ravi B actually was, part of the plan and part of all that I was focusing on going into the 2015 season. I was looking at I always look at different angles and different ways to do things, and myself and Ravi had both decided we won't enter in Chutney-Soca Monarch anymore. Ravi felt that he didn't want to compete against me, and I also felt that after hitting a string of seconds from 2012, 13, and 14, maybe I should have just taken a rest. And we were both at the studio in Couva by Big Rich, and I was saying to him, it's not time for you to pack up yet. You still have quite a lot to do and a lot to contribute, and you still have a lot of titles to win, so I don't think it's wise for you to pack up. And he said he wasn't going back, and I said I wasn't going back, and Big Rich said, well, why don't the two of you all go in together? and then I said, well, that's something that hasn't been done before in the Chutney-Soca arena. No two persons ever joined up and entered as one contestant. And so we formed Team Ravi Jai, and Team Raja. A lot of people were skeptical about it because Ravi comes from one time, I'm from a time, so we both have different approaches to what we do, and a lot of people were thinking that we won't gel together on stage. So that was part of my challenge too in what we were planning to do and how we were planning to do it, and also to keep the Ravi B element and the Rikki Jai element and make it work as one unit for both competitions. I take everything one day at a time, and I believe that what is for you is for you, and there's really no need to rush. Long ago, without the technology that is available to entertainers and musicians, I would have said that yes, you have a time frame to do everything. There's a time limit for your career. I would say that people would have put a little bit of pressure on you. The older you get, the less time you have in the business. A lot of things. Now with technology, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, Vivo, you are able to now express yourself and also expand your horizons in so many ways on a global scale. So, for instance, I am now making inways with my music in certain parts of Europe. A lot of people don't even know that I am now doing reggae music, because to the Trinidadian mind and to a lot of the Trinidadian DJs and radio announcers, Rikki Jai doing reggae is ludicrous. It's absurd. But believe it or not, I have already recorded 4 reggae tracks, and I got a break on 2 reggae shows already. I've actually opened for Beenie Man twice. And last year in New York, I opened the Orakabessa Music Festival. Beenie Man, Tessa and Chin, Mavado, Assassin, Ninja Man. It was a big cast, and I opened the show with 2 reggae songs. I've always been an entertainer that people who know me for the last 25 years know that I could sing basically anything. I've been doing ballads, I've been doing chutney, I've been in soca, calypso, reggae, pop. That's what has really kept me afloat as an entertainer. In the good years, when you hear the hit songs and you hear all the Motor and the Barman and the Scorpion and everything else, That's fine. But then there have been years in my career when I've had to rely on doing, you know, um, cover versions and covering people's work, in order to put the food on the table and pay the bills and that sort of thing. So being an all-rounder as a singer has been one of my strong points, and it's kept me alive, and it's kept me where I am. So now that I am at a point, and you ask me how do I feel about where I am and how do I approach what I do. It's a very relaxed approach now. I'm not in a rush. If I don't have a hit song this year, I simply go back to the drawing board and work on new music, because our society is based on the last hit you had. So entertainers in the Trinidadian in the Trinbagonian circuit, we are forced to make new music every year, and I have to tell you, it's not an easy job. One of the few men in the business who are able to make hits continuously might be Marshall Montano, but everybody can't be Marshall Montano. I have to say he's a unique individual, and one that many people could look towards to emulate and try to follow what his work ethics, his music ethics, the constant variety and change that he applies to what he does. His melodies are constantly moving. He's able to take one theme and bring it year after year in different songs, and that's magical to me. And keep the energy and keep the attraction as well. And that's by no stretch of the imagination any easy feat. If you look at the rest of the world, the other genres of music, some people stay on top for a while, but they don't stay on top for a long while. And Marshall is able to do that, and has been able to do that, and is still doing that. And to me, that is admirable, and the man must be given credit for the great work that he's done and continues to do. I can also tell you that I'm working on some original Indian music, my own Indian music. So aside from chutney music, I'm also working on an Indian music album, which is something that I hope to shop in Bollywood. Yes, I've been listening to Bollywood music all my life, and I think I have a hand of what they like and what they don't like. I have a feel for the topics that they are attracted to. Yes, and I found a producer finally in India who is willing to work with me, because getting an Indian producer to work with you outside of India, is not an easy task, because they're very close-knit in how they do things in India, and they also view Indians from outside of Trinidad not in the same way as they view Indians outside of India, as they view Indians who are in India. So getting an Indian producer to work with me, that's like half of the job done. I write my own songs, so I'm writing my songs now, and I'm having them translated into Hindi. And when that is finished, then the actual get into Mumbai and getting into the studio, and hopefully shopping it to Tips or Eros or one of the or Big Music out there. That's the next step. I would say Rikki Jai is the total Trinidadian entertainer. I'm not sure there are much entertainers like myself who cover so many different genres of music at the same time. Other than that, I'm a very quiet person. Like I said, taking life one day at a time, and totally enjoying the career that I've chosen, which is music, and using music as a means for taking care of myself, my family, and the way of life that I enjoy, and I want to continue enjoying. You know, early in my game, I would think that, you know, you really, you fight for recognition, and you know, you fight to become noticed, and you fight for a lot of things. But after a while, I think you get to a point where, you know, to yourself, um, you know, everything will come. You know, it's not a fight anymore. You know, I think that in time, people will recognize you for the work that you have done. They will recognize you for the contribution you have made, and you know, that's a natural process in when you do good things, and once you keep aspiring to do good things and great things, well, then all the accolades will come. A lot of best times. Worst time of my life musically, I would say, 2001. No, 1998 actually. I was at the Soca Monarch finals as a guest, and I was the victim of pelting attack on stage for a full, I would say, 7 to 8 minutes. Bottles, cans, orange peel, you name it. For whatever reason, I'm still not sure, because I have always felt that I was close to Port of Spain. I was close to Carnival. I'm a Calypsonian. I'm a soca entertainer. I am all of that. In fact, for the early part of my career, a lot of people felt that I had abandoned everything Indian about Rikki Jai. You know, I was only concentrating on calypso and soca, and I was trying to tell them that being Indo-Trinidadian didn't mean that I have to sing Indian songs. It meant that I could sing the music of my country, and that's really the point I was trying to make early in my career. So going to Soca Monarch in 1998, I had already done Sumintra, Pumpin', Show Me Emotion, Wine and a Bumsy, Turn Your Waist. You know, there's some big songs, big soca songs back in the day. So going to sing,
last forever.
yeah. So going to sing for a soca audience is like going for a run in the park, as far as that's concerned. But that night I wasn't singing soca, I was singing Chutney, and I just won my first Chutney-Soca Monarch title, and I remember Randy Glasgow was the public relations officer for that competition at the time, and he called me up and said he wanted me as a guest, and I jumped at the opportunity, because this is a chance now to show the chutney music uptown. You know, unfortunately, it didn't work out quite the way I wanted it to. But you know, these things happen. I don't hold any ill feelings to anyone for that. It's you know, I put that in the back of me. You know, like anything else, I don't sit on laurels, and I don't let those sort of things be an albatross around my neck. You know, I move forward all the time, and that's another part of me. I'm forever moving forward, making more music, making new music, trying new things, trying new producers, moving. You know, that's the only way to really succeed. You've got to keep moving forward. I grew up in a village just out of San Fernando, Friendship Village. It's you know, what you call a cane area. My village was situated between two cane fields. A road running between two cane fields. A set of cane fields, the St. Madeleine factory on one side, and cane from the back of our house all the way down to Siparia. Rural area, nice mixed village. I have to say that I had a really great childhood growing up in that village with you know, cricket, football, catching fish in the pond. We had 2 ponds by the St. Madeleine sugar mill by the refinery there, and we had 2 big ponds. You go with your boys and you catch fish. Lots of activities in our crime-free time. Lots of things for young people to do in our crime-free time. I don't know if I could safely say I let my kids do the things I did when I was small, because it's too, the times are different. So my childhood, while I think growing up with the friends that I had in my village, I relish and cherish every moment of it. I'm not sure that I would allow my kids that sort of thing in Trinidad now, because it's just not safe to let them wander as I used to. I have 3 kids, 2 boys and a girl. Yeah, I grew up in a pretty big family. Mom, dad, 2 brothers, 3 sisters. Yeah, I'm the 5th in my family. My dad passed away in 2004, but my mom is still alive. She's hitting 76 now. The biggest lesson I think I have learned is that honesty will always get you where you want to go in life. Dishonesty will get you a certain distance, but it won't get you to where you want to go. When you keep an honest approach to what you do in life, the respect that you spoke about comes with it. The appreciation comes with it. The gratitude comes with it. So a lot of things come with being an honest person in life. A lot of things come with being honest to yourself, honest to the people around you, the people who you work with. The possibilities are endless when you take an honest approach to life. Well, I have to say that I think I'm the most objective person, when it comes to my own work. I'm the first to say, well, this is crap. I don't know what I was thinking when I wrote this, or when I recorded it, or I'm the first to say that was a terrible performance. I don't wait for people to tell me, those sort of things. I'm not gonna fool myself when it comes to my work and my craft. Regrets in life are something I really shouldn't share. I would say that if a person looks back at their life, I think we should really be thankful for all the good in that we've had in our lives, rather than the regrets, because I don't think if you had a chance you would do it differently. Most people would say if they had a chance or a choice, they would do things the same way. Off the top, I'll give you one. I didn't finish my college degree. You'll be surprised when I was actually doing a degree in computer science, and I really hated that. I was doing it because it was in 1994. A degree in computer science would have been easy. Right time. Yeah, but you're doing something and you're not happy with it. You're not passionate about it. So in 1994, when I came back to Trinidad, Benson and Hedges were doing a series of concerts throughout the Caribbean, and they had called me down to do the Trinidad leg. From school, I was going to school at the time, and I never went back. My brother-in-law passed away while I was here, and I decided to stay back in Trinidad with my sister. And that was the end of the computer science degree. I then enrolled in the University of Music. I have had a great life. I've had a wonderful childhood with loving parents and loving family and great friends who I am proud to say my friends from growing up in the village. I still have them. We still Just this weekend gone, we all got together for a wedding. So I think some of these simple things in life have made my life very, very pleasurable and memorable. I have the best family in the world. My immediate siblings, my cousins, and second cousins. I mean, it's unbelievable how bonded we are as a family. So I think I have a great life musically. My career in Trinidad, I think after 25 years, I'm still here and still enjoying what I do, still grabbing a few titles here and there. I mean, the only thing that I would say that I am still aspiring for in my life to make it more, I would say, much more happier and more, I would feel more contented is when, like in the words of Lionel Richie, I have one song that, most of the people in the world could actually sing the chorus of. Then I'll be one of the happiest entertainers in the world.
Just be floating around.
Yes. I have a lot of those moments.
Ones that you can tell people about.
Lots of those moments. But I'll give you one. When I won the Young Kings title in 2001, I tied with Bunchy Garlin. That was a real OMG moment because it was a title that many never thought that Rikki Jai would have copped. So when I woke up that morning and I heard it on the news that I had actually won the Young Kings title with Bunchy Garlin, I was like, oh my God, you mean I actually did it?